Hey, I want to welcome you to our time together. Uh, Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to make this webinar a part of your growth journey. I appreciate it. You know, success is something that all of us desire for our life. I think people, they talk about success, but there's a different aspect to success because success is a word. It's a word that has different emotions tied to it. It can be a desire, but at the same time, it can be a frustration. It can be something that we're determined that we want for our life, but yet it's like we keep getting in our own way because success is the word, but the feeling, the result that we want is the ability to succeed. Now, you ever have a time in your life where you feel like you're working real hard, but you're not getting anywhere? I was on a phone call earlier this morning with a gentleman who was talking about that it seems like the more he does, the more there is for him to do. And that sometimes it gets exhausting just trying to feel like that you have succeeded in what it is you're seeking to do. Because, now hear me say this, success is about you accomplishing, not just you doing. Because you can do a lot, but not feel that you've accomplished anything. And folks, that's where the confusion comes in. That's where the exhaustion comes in. That's where sometimes we just don't understand. I'm doing what I'm doing, but it doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. Because the reality is you can do and not accomplish. It's the accomplishment that allows you to stay focused on success. And this is why our conversation today with me is so very, very, very important. Because what I want to talk about is the wisdom to succeed. Look at the little statements out there because it's important. Without wisdom, you'll find yourself working hard, but not achieving the results you want. Now, can you say that that's ever been true about you? That you've worked real hard and you feel like you're doing the right things, but you don't generate the results you want. You don't feel you're accomplishing anything. And this is why this discussion today is so important. Because we have some key words in here that are going to follow this thought. Each of us has the wisdom to succeed in life and business. Now, to me, that's more than just words on a screen. That is a fact. You have been given the wisdom to succeed in life and business. It's yours. You have it. Now, the challenge is using your wisdom to improve, rather than denying your life the path to success, which is always right in front of you. But you've got to accept the fact you have the wisdom to succeed in your life and in business. The challenge is using the wisdom. Now, you know my emphasis on words. So here we go. Wisdom, the ability to discern the right and wrong for your life. That's so important. And the ability to discern, what does that mean? The ability to understand. The ability to know what you should do. The ability to keep the path in front of you clear and not filled with obstructions that come from you knowing what you need to do and not doing it. Now, I don't want to upset you and I don't want to offend you. But for me, the opposite of wisdom is stupidity. Knowing the right behavior and choosing to go against it. Folks, I think we know what's right and wrong for our life. And we make a choice. And that choice either expands our wisdom or strengthens our stupidity. You ever had a time where you looked at yourself and you told yourself, well, that was stupid? You know it. You know when you're going against yourself. So you either have wisdom and you practice that wisdom, or you have stupidity and you go against what you know you need to do. So I guess the operative question is, right now in your life, which are you better at? Are you better at the wisdom? Or are you better at just doing stupid things? Here's another one of our words, success. Implementing. Okay? Not looking at, not staring at, but implementing. The pathway where each day you're putting one foot in front of the other. And what are you doing? You're achieving. You're not standing still. You're not looking backwards because you can't walk backwards. You can only stand still and look back. But you're putting one foot in front of the other. And every day you're doing what you know you need to do to accomplish success for your life, where you will know that you are succeeding. Tripping over your own feet. I bet you've done this. What does that mean? It means talking yourself out of the right. You know what's right. You have the wisdom. You have the understanding. All you got to do is implement it. You got to take the action. But what do? Rather than taking the step forward, you try to take the step backwards, which is stupidity, and you trip over your own feet. So you get knocked down. And you tell yourself, I don't know why this happened. It happened because you didn't implement what you knew was the correct action for your life. Look at our word right. The pathway to achieving improvement. Anything that is taking your life forward and helping you to be better, be smarter, be stronger, is right for your life. It is the right thing for you to do. Wrong. Making the decision to go backward rather than forward. You do it. You make decisions that are designed to take you away from what you know you need to be doing. And that's a choice. It's not something that just happens. It's something you choose to do. And if you choose to go against what you know is right and will help you to achieve what it is you really want for your life, or successes, that's what you're looking for. And if you go against it, that's stupidity. It's not wisdom. So, how do you believe this? Success is not rocket science. Okay? It's simply discerning what the right thing is and doing it without fear stopping you. If you've been around me, if you've studied any of my teachings, if you follow anything that I do, you know that I think negative fear is what blocks our pathway forward. And that negative fear is there because you do not believe in yourself. It's there because you don't trust yourself. It's there because you don't feel you have the faith in yourself to step forward. So what does negative fear do to our life? It paralyzes us. It keeps us looking for the path when the path is right in front of us. It keeps us talking about what we're going to do at some point in our life. You ever been there? Success is not rocket science. It's simply discerning, knowing, understanding what the right thing is and doing it without fear stopping you. Here's another understanding. There are many who know their behavior is wrong, but justify the wrong by making it sound right. Look at that last sentence. This is the classic definition of stupidity. You ever been there? You ever known that what you were about to do was wrong, but you could justify doing it? You knew it wasn't the right thing for your life. It wasn't going to grant you the direction forward. And yet you talked yourself into doing the wrong, and you justified it by having a reason it is right. That's stupidity, folks. That's you denying what your life could have by justifying what you're doing that's taking you in the wrong direction. So let's see if we can understand the difference between right and wrong. Now, I understand this. What's right for my life may not be right for your life. My definition, based upon my foundation of beliefs, my foundation of trust in myself, in faith in my talents and my abilities. That's what defines the right for my life. Now, you're not me. I'm not you. But I'll promise you this, you do have a foundation of beliefs for your life. Every human has a foundation of rights for their life. And they build their life on those foundations. But I don't care if it's you, I don't care if it's me. We need to understand the difference between right and wrong. So, what is right? Now, this is for me, okay? But I think it has a generic meaning that we can all use for our life to understand right. Reaching a workable solution. You see, when I'm doing the right for my life, I'm going to find the solutions that are going to keep me heading towards success, that are going to allow me to succeed. Because what am I doing? I am accomplishing that which continues to take my life forward. That action, that behavior is right for me. Increases clarity. Right for me is when I'm researching, when I'm writing, when I'm studying, when I'm looking at behavior, that which I do is taking me out of the fog and putting me into the light, where I have the clarity that allows me to make those right decisions for my life. And for me, that right decision is what keeps me putting one foot in front of the other. It keeps me going forward. That's right for me. Right. Gathering positive internal energy. Listen, when I'm walking the right path, I have positive energy. When I am doing what I know I need to be doing with my life, I have positive energy. And that positive energy we can also define as internal motivation. When you are accomplishing, there's positive energy. When you're putting one foot in front of the other, there is positive energy. So every time I take a step forward, that's taking me toward the success that I want, it's giving me the feeling to succeed. It creates a positive charge within me, and that creates a reservoir of energy within me that I can draw from. Holding on to your moral and ethical foundations. Right. We all have this. We all have a foundation of moral and ethical parts to our life. And when we're living in the right, when we're going forward, we're staying true to our moral foundation. I'm not going to do anything that's going to compromise who I am or compromise my reputation. And by the way, in July, we're going to talk about strengthening your reputation. Because I think people don't understand the power of reputation. And reputation is not what or who you think you are. Reputation is what people feel about you after they have experienced your presence. And so much of that is you holding on to your moral principles for your life, living with an ethical presence that you feel good about yourself with. Right. There's agreement between your mind and your emotions. Listen, when my mind and my emotions share the same agenda, you can't stop me. And right comes whenever our mind says this is what we need to do. And our emotions bring out that which supports the right. And I don't doubt, I don't worry, I'm not uncertain. I can control fear. Because when my mind and my agenda share, my mind and my emotions share that common agenda, I am going to accomplish. So, every decision you make has consequences to it. You agree with that? Every decision you make, which is a choice, creates a pathway that you walk. That pathway, based upon that decision from the choice, will define for you and will have consequences to it. The consequences will define whether this is a right or a wrong decision for your life. How do you know? Because the right is going to bring you that clarity. It's going to bring you that confidence. It's going to strengthen your belief. You're going to trust yourself more. You're going to have the faith in your ability. Where the wrong is going to put you on a path where you doubt yourself, where you're worrying about everything in your life, where you feel so uncertain and you are trapped in that circle of sameness. So for me, not you, what is wrong? Wrong is working against improvement. It's knowing what you need to do with your life that will improve your life, improve who you are, will strengthen you. And you make the choice to not do it. To me, that's wrong for my life. Resisting being open-minded. You know what? People talk about, being selfish. Had a long conversation with a person the other day about being selfish. And there's a difference between being selfish and being stupid. Most people who say that, who look like they're selfish, they're not, they're just stupid. They know what they need to do. And their mind is giving them the pathway to achieve it. And they choose, they make the choice to shut their mind down and live strictly from their emotions. And then they wonder why there's no success in their life, where they don't feel like they're succeeding, because they're working against what they know they need to be doing. Wrong. Offering excuses for what you don't want to face. Listen, anytime someone makes an excuse with me, I know what they're doing is talking themselves out of the right thing they need to be doing for their life. Can you agree with that? Because isn't an excuse simply a statement designed to keep you where you are? Isn't it? Wrong. Nothing matters except what you want. It's this person in life who it's all about them. And they don't care what you want. They don't care what you see. They don't care what you say to them. It's their life, and they're going to choose, even though what they know that what they're choosing is wrong for their life. because everything is about them. But folks, isn't it interesting that life is not just about an individual? It's about all the lives that they touch. And can my wrongness affect other people? Can my unwillingness to see my place in the lives of other people punish those people? Wrong. Going against what you know is right. Simple as that. It's going against what you know is right. So, you've heard me say this many times. And again, it's one of those philosophies of life that I teach that people have a challenge with. You are exactly in your life where you've chosen to be. You understand that you're not where you are in your life by accident. You're there by the choices you have made. You're there because of the actions that you've taken. Now, if I take the right actions, then, and I talk about success in my life, I'm moving in that direction. But if I'm making the wrong choices to my life, then I'm going against what my life is really all about, because my life is about success. My life is about succeeding. My life is about every day improving. And life doesn't trap you. Your choices do. Why? Because every decision you make is about moving forward or backward. It's about aligning your life with a direction. It's about keeping yourself in or out of sync. Every decision you make is about expectations being fulfilled. And that's what every decision does. It moves you forward or backward. It aligns your life with a choice that you've made. It keeps you either trapped or it grants you freedom. And you will fulfill the expectations you have for your life. You can talk to me all you want about this is what I want for my life. This is what I want my life to be. But folks, if you want to know whether that's truth or lie, look at your behaviors. Because behavior never lies. Pleading ignorance to what you did that you knew was wrong is just another characteristic of stupidity. Because you can't lie to yourself. You know the truth. You know whether you're either talking about success or you are succeeding with success. And it all comes back to you, not life, not situations, not events. Because I believe that the events and the situations of life are really there in our journey to test us. How much do you believe in yourself? How much do you trust you? How much faith do you have in you? I got an email from a person not long ago talking about how they're just stuck. It's like their feet are nailed to the ground. And they're not sure what to do, so they don't do anything. But yet, when you think you're not doing anything, you are doing something. You're making a choice. I'm going to accept where I am, or I'm going to push myself. Sometimes you need to push yourself. I'm going to push myself to continue to move forward. So, to push yourself, to challenge yourself, to put your life into the process of succeeding You've got to implement wisdom. You've got to be able to discern that right and wrong for your life. And you will discern it, and your behavior will define it. So, there are 6 principles I want to share with you to achieving the wisdom to succeed. Now, understand, wisdom is the ability to discern right and wrong for your life. And the opposite of wisdom is stupidity. And what's stupidity? It's going against what you know is right for your life. Because it's true, your life is about the choices you make. Everything you do is your choice. But Richard, other people put pressure on me. Still your choice. Richard, I'm not sure what to do. Then stop. Pause. Breathe. Reflect. See what it is that you need to accomplish. Let go of the negative fear. Have the belief, the trust, the faith in yourself to take that step. Yes, it might be a risk. But every day you're stuck. Aren't you wasting your life? Every day you stand at a point of indecision. Most of the time it's there because you don't have the belief, the trust, and the faith in yourself. So you give into that negative fear, which says it's okay to stay where you are. It's not okay to stay when you are, when it's not the right place for your life. It's not creating success for you. It's not allowing you to feel that you are succeeding. It's not allowing you to accomplish what there is for you to accomplish with your life. That's the wrong place. So, 6 principles. Ready? Number 1, work constantly on improving yourself. It all has to start here. It doesn't start with what's happening in your life. It doesn't start with what is going on around you. It all starts with what's going on inside you. When you stop working on you, you lose the desire. That's the hunger. You lose the determination. That's the resilience. You lose the discipline. That's the consistency. When you stop working on you, you lose the desire, the determination, the discipline necessary for discernment. Now, everything has a result. So the result is you being trapped in yesterday thought. Everything is defined by yesterday. Everything goes backwards. Wisdom, the ability to discern right and wrong for your life. Wisdom knows there's a better you. Wanting, and I'm going to tell you, waiting to be set free. But it all starts with you working consistently on improving yourself. People tell me all the time, but I don't know where to start. Yeah, you do. What's the number 1 hurdle you're fighting with right now in your life? What's the number 1 fear that's holding you back? What's keeping you from believing in yourself and trusting in yourself and having the faith in yourself? Because when that belief, that trust, and that faith comes together, it opens up the inner confidence in yourself. The stronger your belief, your trust, and your faith, the clearer the pathway forward is. So, what strength does this bring to your life? It lets you be a priority in your own life. Now, I'm not talking about you becoming selfish and shutting everybody else. I'm talking about you believing and trusting in yourself. It's about you being able to breathe, not always trying to catch your breath because you're living in that world of doubt, worry, and uncertainty. It talks about living your life from the inside out, not the outside in. Strength. It increases your belief, your trust, and your faith in you. Strength. It finds a pace you can manage. I can bring the P word up to people that I'm working with. And I love my mentoring, folks. I love the time that I get to spend in the lives of people who are part of one of my mentoring students. And if you ever have a time that you're looking for someone who's not going to just be in your life and share with you what you should do, but if you're looking for someone who's going to challenge you and going to be open and honest with you, then you need to reach out to me, because I'm not a coach. I'm a mentor. And mentoring to me is about being able to look at you from the inside out. And you and I together identifying our challenges and putting together the plan of questions that will allow you to stop running and start walking at a controlled pace to improve yourself. And as you improve, you strengthen your wisdom to succeed. Strength expands your understanding of you. Do you ever confuse yourself? You ever told somebody, I don't know who I am? Most of us don't know who we are because we're too busy running from learning about ourselves. And this is why this is so important. Number one, you have to work consistently on improving yourself. Second principle, involve the wisdom of others who are walking with you or who have walked in front of you. You're not an island where you have to face your journey by yourself. And I'm not sure you'll understand this, but it's truth. There are always those around your life willing to take your hand and show you the pathway forward. They're always there. But if you're running through life, you're going to run right by them. If you're working on being stupid, you're not going to see them. There are always those around your life willing to take your hand and show you the pathway forward. There are always others who have walked before you whose wisdom is there for you to draw from. Now look at that last sentence. You must not wait for them to reach for you. They're not going to do it. Their hand is extended for you to reach for them. You see, it's interesting because at our leadership retreat that we had in May on the 5 Faces for Exceptional Leadership, and what a phenomenal time, folks. What a group. I had worried about, because we had never done a retreat before, I had worried about, what if these people don't talk? Because this is much different than anything I do. It wasn't me standing in front of the people, and none of my retreats are that way. It's all about interaction. It's all about being together and in harmony. And my worry was soon dispelled about whether they were going to talk tonight. Talk or not, I had to worry about getting them to shut up. But we got into this discussion of being in someone else's life. And I believe that I do not have the right to be in another person's life until they invite me in. I don't step into people's lives Because if I step in, they won't understand why I'm there. They'll see me as being pushy. They'll see me as someone who is trying to take over their life, control their life. No. I wait for someone to invite me into their life. Because I know that if I step in, I'm going into an emotional jungle. If I'm invited in, there's a door they've opened to me. And I've learned this throughout life. There are always people around your life who are watching. There are people who are waiting for the invitation. There are people who have been where you are, and they're beyond that. And they wave at you, but they're not going to reach out and pull you in. But when you invite them into your life, what do they bring? They bring the wisdom for their journey. And you've got to involve the wisdom of others who are walking with you. But you know what? If they're walking with you and you keep pushing them away, what are they going to do? They're going to walk away. Because just as you can invite people into your life, you can invite people to leave your life through your behavior. It's why I live with this philosophy. Never stay anywhere where your presence is not appreciated. I don't beg people to be in their life. I don't push to be in people's lives. But as long as the invitation is there, I'll be there. And through my time and my journey into getting where I am today, I can share with you people who have all of a sudden been walking beside me. And I've made the choice to invite them into my life. Now, can I invite the wrong people into my life? Absolutely. We've done that. But if I'm working on improving myself, I'm going to look for the people who will bring me strength, who will bring me understanding, who can help calm my moments of doubt through their presence and the journey that they've been on. I believe those people are always there. But folks, you got to invite them into your life. The strength to this, lessons are always there for you. The right people will always present you with guidance. Now, notice I didn't say answers. They provide you with guidance. And that guidance is done through knowing the right questions to ask you. Because it's in the questions many times that we're led to the right answer. Instead of simply seeking, seek wisdom from others. Instead of simply searching, seek wisdom from others. Now, to do that, I have to respect you, right? How important is respect? It's key. So if I'm going to put my life on the journey to succeeding, I need to understand I can't do it on my own. And that there are people around my life who want me to invite them into my life. And when they come into my life, they're going to provide me with wisdom. Finds the wisdom others can bring you. Someday, someplace, somehow, I'd love to share with you probably the top 5 people who I invited into my life. And the invitation into my life, what they brought me was the wisdom of their journey. They didn't push their wisdom on me, but I listened and I learned. Because the people who are walking the journey to success through succeeding in their life have a message for us. Encouragement is always present. When you have the right people in your life, they don't put you down. They don't criticize you. When you have the right people in your life, what they do is they encourage you. Why? Because they're not tearing your life apart. They're helping you see the foundation to your life and how do you strengthen the belief, the trust, and the faith you have in yourself. Number 3, stay focused on your journey by moving at a pace that supports your calmness and clarity. Focus and pace work hand in hand. You ever found yourself scattered? Do you understand where scatteredness comes from? It's from moving too fast. It's allowing the speed of your emotions to overwhelm the thoughtfulness of your brain. Focus and pace work hand in hand. When your pace is out of control, so is your focus. And when you're staring, you're blurred. When you're staring, you're scattered. This past week, I had cataract surgery on my right eye. And, I was nervous. I went to the surgical center and it took them an hour and 15 minutes to prep me for the surgery. They wheeled me in to do the cataract surgery, and in 9 minutes it was over. But you know what I found out? I found out that light was a lot brighter than what I was seeing. Man, I walk through the house here and I think, how come these lights are so bright? They've always been bright. I just had blurred vision. You can live with blurred vision in your life. If you're moving so fast, nothing comes into focus. Wisdom understands the need to keep things manageable. You lose control when you start doing stupid things. I don't have to say anything else other than that. How many times have you done the stupid and it causes you to speed up and you lose the focus and you find yourself running into obstacles? You find yourself on the wrong path. So, what's the strength? It lets life's lessons strengthen your foundation. See, every one of us need a lesson book in our life. And that's using yesterday correctly. It's always seeing yesterday as a reference library that I can step back to and see what I've learned from the journey I've been on. People ask me all the time, Richard, when am I going to stop doing this? I said, when you learn the lesson. Once you learn the lesson and you implement the lesson, you're free from the stupid things you were doing. Increases your awareness. Awareness is so important because awareness allows you to see the total picture. Yes, it allows you to see the right and the wrong. But when you're working on improving yourself, when you have that consortium of people around your life who you've invited into your life, they're going to slow you down. And they're going to ask you the questions to keep you moving at a manageable pace, which when you're at a manageable pace, your awareness to the right is so clear. Finds the right stage for your life. Are you doing with your life what you really want to do? Do you know that if you're standing in the wrong place in your life, you're simply staring at life? You're wandering through life? You're always questioning what's happening in your life? But when you find that place that brings you happiness, it brings you fulfillment, it brings you that sense of freedom. Man, what joy it brings to your life. Are you at the right place in your life? Are you walking or are you running through your life right now? Stand focused. Expand your creative sight. See, here's what I've learned. If I'm working on a project and I'm trying to hurry through that project, you know what? I get stumped. I'm unclear. I'm trapped because I don't have the creative sight I need to see the pathway forward. Pace is where you're walking at a manageable part of your life. And the pathway's in front of you. You see the pathway. You know this pathway is right for your life because it's allowing you to put one foot in front of the other and every day feeling that you are accomplishing. And a big part of success to me is feeling that you are accomplishing. And people tell me, Richard, I'm just not a creative person. Every human is creative. You are creative. But if you're working against yourself, you can't see it. Number 4, don't go against your moral and ethical beliefs. Everyone has a definition of what is right and wrong for their life. If you cross the line between your definition of right and wrong, you're no longer you. You become a stranger working against yourself. Wisdom is always about staying true to yourself. Go back to something we said earlier. You can make a wrong right by justifying it. The strength this brings to your life, it listens to your inner foundation of truth. Is this right for my life? Involves you facing the purpose of the decision. Am I compromising here? Is this something that I'm justifying even though I know it's not the right thing for my life? Finds what your real agenda is. Why are you willing to cross your line in the sand? Excuses and justifications go away. When you're being true to yourself, you're always walking with a mirror. And you're seeing yourself. And you're seeing whether this is right or wrong for your life, and you will know the difference. Principle number 5. Open yourself to newness by strengthening your belief, your trust, and your faith in yourself. Listen, folks, wisdom, the discernment for your life. Wisdom does not let the fear of the unknown overwhelm your desire for success. There is a pathway of success that is always right in front of you. It's there. You're standing at the gate or you're sitting on the bench. When fear blinds you, it results in you becoming frightened by the unknown, which creates a not now attitude. Have you been there? Have you come to the pathway in front of you and all you had to do was open the gate, but rather you went over and sat down on the bench and stared at the gate? Listen, opportunity comes, but if you don't take advantage of it, it goes away. And that's why people live in the world of could have, should I, wish I had. Open yourself to newness by strengthening that foundation of belief in yourself, foundation of trust and faith in yourself. And you live with the behavioral attitude of I can, because you have that belief, trust, and faith in yourself. the strength this brings to your life, it looks for the lessons for you to learn from. Implementing the lesson creates strength, and strength makes you be able to accomplish more with your life. And the more you accomplish, the more you feel you're succeeding. Fear cannot control you. Why? Because I have the inner belief, trust, and faith in myself. Experiencing the unknown creates adventure. Listen, if you don't have the faith, the belief, and the trust in yourself, standing at the doorway to the unknown is one of the most frightening things you'll ever do. And you'll overanalyze. You'll give yourself every reason why you shouldn't, why this is not a good time. And yet I need to do this, but yet I just don't feel this is the right time for my life. Opportunities come because life says you're ready. You're the one who doesn't step into the opportunity because you don't have the faith, the trust, and the belief in yourself. But when you're right and when you're standing at that pathway of success, to being able to succeed, to accomplish, and you reach for that gate, you're reaching because you understand this is here for me. This is my now. And that's our sixth principle. Make today your now. Truth. Yesterday is whatever you want it to be. It can be a vault of lessons to draw from, or a vault of fear that overshadows the lessons. I bet you've experienced both. You will always use one of those vaults to approach your life with, to approach your today with. Wisdom, the ability to discern right and wrong for your life. Wisdom understands that today is your now. And that now will be created by whichever vault you get control. You'll either open the vault of lessons that have strengthened your belief, your trust, your faith in yourself, or you'll open that vault and unleash the fear that makes you procrastinate, that makes you postpone, that makes you talk yourself out of what you know is right for your life. Don't ever turn loose of this last statement. Today is your living room you furnish with behavior. And I promise you, whatever you furnish that living room with will create the pathway that you will walk. Which vault are you living open to it? Or you have that vault open where you believe, you trust, you have the faith in yourself? Or are you living with the vault where fear is overshadowing what you need to do with your life? Make today your now. The strength. Living in yesterday is no longer acceptable. I will understand that yesterday is a reference library, not a room to live in. Investment is in starting now. I don't have tomorrow. And whatever tomorrow will be defined by what I do with my now. Finds the now lessons that prepare you for tomorrow. There's not a day that you will live that doesn't offer you a lesson. There's not a day that you live that will not offer you a sense of being able to accomplish, to the feeling that you have succeeded. But you have to reach for it. Expressions are all about I will. Not that I can. Not that I should. Not that I need to think about this. But this now is all I have. And everything that I am, everything that I become, Everything that I will succeed at will be defined by me believing and trusting and having faith in myself that says I will. Are you there? Now, I hope that I can always have a continuation in your life. And you know, we do several things that offer that continuation. One is by offering you things that keep you to focus. And so I've created 3 little mouse pads that contain the top 3 philosophies that people remember me because of. Behavior never lies. Anything you don't confront, you validate. You have a presence that is present when you're not present. And what if you put those in front of you? And every day as you look around your life, you see one of these 3 things. They're reminders. And Denise is going to send you an email that'll show you how you can invest in these to help you strengthen your wisdom to succeed, because they're mental reminders. And then there's my summer conference, July 26, 27, 28, Callaway Gardens in Pine Mountain, Georgia. And probably one of the biggest themes I've ever come up with, it's time. And what's it time for? It's time to let go. It's time to step out of yesterday and stop letting yesterday be a hostage taker. It's time to stand still. It's time to slow your life down. And sometimes we just need to slow down and listen to life, because life's constantly talking to us. But who are we listening to? And then it's time to accept the challenge. It's time to take your life forward with wisdom and find the success through succeeding with what you're doing with your life. It's on our website, and our musical guest, Bob Sema, is going to be with us again this year. It's on the website. Just go to richardflint.com and click on Star Maker. Your investment is not much. $525 a person. If you've been to Star Maker before, and this will be our 29th, $475. A young adult, $295. Go to the website. Look at it. There's more details. And then I'm starting a series of doing small group retreats that are limited to 15 people. We've done our first one, that was Santa Fe. And our next one is coming up September 18 through 22 in Williamsburg, Virginia. And it's going to deal with what I think is one of the most important areas of gaining clarity and understanding in your life. Because we're going to deal with not people, we're going to deal with personalities. Here's where the confusion comes in. Everybody is 2 things. They're a person, that's what you see. They're a personality, that's what you experience. And in probably the most humorous thing I've ever created in my life, where I take 18 animals, take their personalities, and compare them to the people in your life and show you how to be a zookeeper. What does that mean? It means giving you the insights and the ability to deal with the different personalities. There are no difficult people in your life. There's just there's just different personalities for you to invest the time and energy in. I'm going to challenge you to come join us, but I'm telling you, it's limited to 15 people. And we're just now putting all the information together. It's going to be out soon. But if you go to retreat at richardflint.com, all the information will be there. And I'm going to challenge you. If you want to improve your ability to be successful with people, you need to take a look at this. Because I promise you, you'll never look at people the same again. It is one of the most phenomenal things you'd ever invest your time in. September 18 through 22, Williamsburg, Virginia, at the Griffin Hotel. Our next webinar, Tuesday, July 2nd. Now you notice we're moving from Thursday to Tuesday because Thursday is July 4th. So we're moving to Tuesday, July 2nd. My theme, sharpening your reputation. Sharpening your reputation. Mark it on your calendar and join me. So here's our conclusion. This really is your life to do with what you want. You know what you should or should not do with your life. That isn't given. Wisdom says, I will look, learn, and implement behaviors that make me better, that make me smarter, that make me stronger. Stupidity says, I have plenty of time to have the life I say I want. Right now, I will play with life. Remember Forrest Gump? Remember the line from Forrest Gump? Mama said, stupid is as stupid does. Now, don't worry about which of the two you're using to define your life. Just look at your behavior. That's the truth to your life. So wisdom always brings to your life workable solutions to all of life's challenges, involvement in others who are a gift to your life, sense of right for your life, doors that open to a better life, order and opportunity, more positive opportunity. Hey, thank you for taking the time. And as always, I'd like to ask you, if you have thoughts, if you have questions, if you'd like to share with me what this time has meant to you, or if you have any questions that maybe I didn't deal with, reach out to me, richard@richardflint.com. No one will read your email except me. Reach out to me, richard@richardflint.com. And thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for the continued presence you allow me to have in your life. Because I really do just want three things for you. I want you as an individual to be better. I want you to be stronger. I want you to be smarter. And I want to be a part of your life that continues to challenge you to find the more for your life, because I promise you, there is more for your life. I look forward to hearing from you. And please take a look at Star Makers, take a look at our Day at the Zoo retreat, and continue to allow us to have a relationship together. I'll see you next time our lives come across each other.